あの知らなかった顔、もっと強くて可愛い顔、あの顔を私の手でめちゃくちゃにしてあげたくなったからです。クソヤバ女かよ。
Somebody tell me why Utena transforms into a dominatrix with her weapon being a riding crop. Once I saw this, I already knew we were in for a wild ride. I think you're going to like this one, so like the video so other people can find it, and let's get into it. Gushing Over Magical Girls falls into the category of I can't believe it's not hentai. In terms of ecchi anime, this is one of the best stories I've ever seen one have. Utena Hiragi is an introvert, not quite on the level of Watamote, but she's very believable as an introvert. She lives in an unnamed city which is protected by the trio of magical girls, the Tres Magia. One day, the ubiquitous mascot character shows up to Utena and invites her to be a magical girl. Only problem is that she's invited by the villain's mascot. Not only is she invited to join by the villain's mascot, she's also perpetually blackmailed into continuing to fight in the early phase. Now, I did watch Sailor Moon growing up and other intentional magical girl shows like Cardcaptor Sakura, so I know that the transformation into the magical girl is supposed to be reflective of the girl's internal characteristics. So somebody tell me why Utena transforms into a dominatrix with her weapon being a riding crop. Once I saw this, I already knew we were in for a wild ride. We later learned that she's really into BDSM and heavy on the bondage part. In an effort to keep this video monetized, I won't go further into that. The anime starts to get really good when Utena comes to terms with who she is as a person. She's a big fan of the Tres Magia, but she's even a bigger fan of getting involved and seeing them overcome struggles firsthand. This anime is a fresh take on the genre, essentially a subversion of the subversion because it went so adult that it wraps around to being more lighthearted. You won't get depressed after watching this one, unlike the most recent magical girl entries like Wonder Egg Priority and Madoka Magical. Considering that this is an ecchi, the character development is surprisingly good. I particularly like the focus on Magia Azor or Sile. She is the quintessential green-haired magical girl. Only thing is that they made her a masochist. Halfway through the season, she starts letting the bad guys win because she gets a taste for the kink. She nearly breaks as a result of it, but finds her way back through some unique personal acceptance. The development for Utena is amazing too. There are a million stories about introverts finding friends and developing socially, and there isn't anything groundbreaking here in that regard. It's more of the same, but it's still satisfying to see every time. There's a reason why it's such a popular trope. In Utena's case, it's so cool because of how overly flawed she is as a character, but still manages to find love and make friends. The supporting cast is pretty decent but not amazing. Kiwi is Utena's love interest. I don't know what glamping is, but I think I want to get involved.
I'm trying to go to the field.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go on a field trip.
Get me involved.
You trying to go viral.
They could have done more with Kiwi as a character. She's a bit one-dimensional in her love for Utena. Her character is very Uzaki-chan, but that's all. Karisu ends up kinda being their child as she's younger and also mute, which is convenient for the storytelling. Karisu's defining feature is that she likes dolls. Look what happens when Kiwi tries to give her a Gundam instead. Gundam fans won't like this.
懲りずにこの前のお詫び持ってきたんだったわ。おい、おもちゃな。キウイちゃん、ああいうのはちょっと違うんじゃ。そうなの？マジで意味わからん。なんなんプラモってなんでバラバラなん？最初から組み立てて嬉しい。おい、アリス買おう！
The only other supporting character of interest is Matamo. She's a failed idol, and this might be the worst idol song I've ever heard, and you're going to listen to it too.
Okay, enough of this shit. Turn that off.
No surprise she joined the villains then. I would too if that was my music. Since their powers are all related to their personality, Karisu has magical dollhouses and Matama can sing people to death. Although I think she could do this with or without powers. Utena's riding crop turns regular things into BDSM monsters, which tie up the magical girls. Stopping here while the stopping is good, if you know what I mean. This anime is a surprising must-watch. Not usually a big fan of ecchi, but this one gets the nod. Thanks for watching today. Go watch Gushing Over Magical Girls if you have some free time and a room to yourself. Stay tuned for the next upload. Check out the last video here and see you next time. Now this is so realistic because this is exactly what we would do if one of these girls became giant.